This comment is one of the greatest comments I've seen on the channel all year, and I wanted to make a video about it.
Griezmann, 3 men around him to somehow find some space. Ronaldo, fantastic, opening the drive back.
He's made himself the tiniest bit of space.
Almost feels like a bit of a taunt. Didn't really go for him. Oh! The display there is absolutely ridiculous. The Elastico on the goal line. On the goal line, the finest.
We talked about Aussie FIFA. He's not here to make up the numbers.
I mean, in many games and instances, speed is a double-edged sword. Using it haphazardly can result in failure or success, albeit partially by luck or the mistakes of the opponents, or the occasionally correct run. However, deeper understanding of the flow of the game and dribbling and passing are far more important at higher levels. Even lower levels, but you can get away with much more. What he's typed here is absolutely correct. It's a comment on a random video about not sprinting 6 months ago, but I wanted to basically break this down for you and explain why he is so right. You see, the thing is, when I do a video on this channel about not sprinting, you see, I would say at least 80% of my audience are players that are in Division 5 and below. A lot of them are wanting to improve. A lot of them are wanting to learn. The other 20% are more the hardcore people that are looking to get up the levels, get up the ranks, get into the elite division. And that's the other 20% of the viewership. But as I was saying, when it comes to me uploading a video on why you shouldn't sprint, the majority of people watching that won't take that into consideration as something that's going to actually improve their game. And the reason being is because it works in the lower divisions. A lot of your lower caliber defenders can't necessarily jockey correct to position the defender in a position that will make the tackle on someone who is sprinting. The lower caliber players don't know how to right stick switch instantly to a defender so that you can pounce on a large touch as the opponent is sprinting forward. A lot of lower caliber players don't know how to jockey properly. They think that they should use L2 or just R2 and sprint towards the attacker on the ball rather than using L2 and R2. There are many different components that are missing in a lower caliber defender's game, and that's why sprinting may work in those lower divisions. And so when people watch that video of why you shouldn't sprint, they won't take it into consideration. But they don't realize that it is actually one of the most significant reasons why they can't get up into that Division 5 and above. And that's simply because they're ignorant to the fact that some of the things that they're doing in the lower divisions do work, but if they in turn want to improve and get better as a FIFA player, they need to eliminate them and be disciplined with their attack. And this is what he's saying here. You know, it's a double-edged sword. It does work in lower divisions, but you get to the higher divisions and yeah, you're going to get torn apart. High caliber players are like piranhas. Believe me, you will get torn apart if you don't perfect the basics in what this fella has said here. Touches, dribbling, and passing. If you don't work on those fundamentals when you're in the lower divisions, and you're ignorant to the tips that I'm giving you on this channel, then you in turn will play a lot worse when you get higher up, and you'll start blaming other things like the connection, like scripting, like handicapping. And I'm not going to say if that's in the game or if it's not. But what I will say is, if you perfect the basics and you're disciplined, the ramifications of those aspects in scripting, handicapping, and the connection will be less. And in turn, you'll perform better in these conditions. I hope my discussion made sense, and I hope you can take this into consideration because it is very important. Okay, I don't just teach the quick fits meta tactics on this channel. I teach everything, the ins and outs. And I wanted to disclose that I am currently writing a book for EAFC. It's gonna include everything, absolutely everything, when it comes to attacking, defending, and mentality in FIFA. If you guys have a question about the game, it'll be answered in that book. It's going to have everything. And this is going to include this. And that's because I don't like leaving loopholes in the community, and I don't like people not knowing what to do in certain situations. But that was single the end of it. I hope you enjoyed it. I am coaching one-on-one for EAFC 24, so if you want to be a part of that, the link to it is down below. You'll be the best you've ever been if you go with my coaching, I guarantee it. But I'm out. Sayonara, au revoir, adios, salam ciao. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. And lastly, if you do want any pre-gaming fuel or supplement, then head over to atpscience.com, which is the first link in the description, and use the code DylanEtsATP at checkout to get yourself a discount. Not only is it the cheapest way to get supplements, but it helps me out a ton, guys, so thank you.